Crunchy Mafia. So today it is 91 degrees in Western Washington, and I'm fighting with my freaking tablet. I had too much stuff going on it earlier that it like crashed out on me. Will you fix it? Just I can't see the chat. Um, we are doing Char Siu pork, which I forgot to turn on my oven, but while we're over here at the oven, it's we want to set it to 425 degrees. And pancit is a dish where there's like a gazillion recipes all over the internet for it. Who's right? A lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, it's got this, it's got that, it's got this, it's got that." I'm like, I don't remember my dad ever having a bottle of oyster sauce. His was very simple. He also used mung bean thread for his, or the Cantonese egg noodles, which we have. I couldn't find the usual brand that my dad used to buy all the time. Did you get it for me? Thank you. So I don't know. Trying out a totally different grocery store because the other one is too high priced. I don't know about you, but grocery prices have just gone through the roof. It's like COVID's over. Let's go back to regular pricing. It's like $48 for one grocery bag. It wasn't even a full grocery bag because I had to go to the store today. Anyway, so what I'm putting in mine is going to be what my dad used to put, pretty standard. Some cabbage. He used to use Napa cabbage in his, but I bought Savoy. It's $1 something a pound cheaper. We're on a budget too, so I feel ya. So we've also noticed that people are wanting to see more budget friendly dishes. So I'm really sorry about doing the kangaroo. The kangaroo meat is pretty expensive. I've heard you. We're gonna do some budget friendly stuff. One of them next week is going to be a fun little dish. It's called "What Do I Cook When I Am Like 4 days away from payday?" And I only have $25 in my account, and I got a bag of chicken nuggets in the freezer. What can I do? So I'm gonna work on that one. That's uh, a chicken bacon ranch casserole, noodle casserole that has chicken nuggets and all those other goodies, and kind of dedicating that one to main girl because chicken nuggets to her. Chicken nuggets for life. God, where are all these lids coming from? I just want that. Um, so chicken nuggets are life, and she's got a whole brood of kids at home, and it's a good way to hide vegetables and get them to actually eat their vegetables when you kind of hide them in casseroles. So that's part of the plan. Plus, how to bulk out a meal when you've got $25 to spend for four people, or one adult and a bunch of kids. So that'll be fun. And we got some other cool stuff planned too for Staycation Part 2, which is starting on Saturday. However, it's our grandbaby's third birthday on Saturday, so we will be at a birthday party. Yay, look at that. I did it. So, waste not, want not. We're going to just dice up the, or not dice, but we're going to slice up this, the bottom as well. So this is just a regular red bell pepper. You could cut it smaller if you want. but I'm kind of trying to figure out, do I want them in big pieces or do I want them in small dice? I'm probably going to go with small dice because it's easier to eat. I don't know what happened while I was eating dinner last night. I've got a mild problem with TMJ, and my jaw popped. It's a little on the sore side. No, it's not a dental problem. It's just jaw problems. I had my jaw busted a long time ago and never fully healed right. So, man, it's really freaking hot today. We don't normally get temperatures this high this early in July. So, usually it's not until like late July. No, I don't want to chat with you. Stop texting me. So I'm going to just dice this up real quick and I'm going to pop on over and see who's in chat. Kind of running a little late today. I had to stand before the judge today and state my case about my financials at work. What a day. I almost don't want to go back tomorrow. Almost. But, you know, I'm not that kind of person.
Can you move the 2 bottles?
Can I move the 2 bottles? I can. Do I want to?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Anything else?
Nope.
Mr. Spielberg? All right. There. All right, let's get that out of the way. All right, so we have our Savoy cabbage. We got a blend, the leftover blend of ground beef and pork. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, and it's actually a blend. In this one, we've got onion. Then we got the harder vegetables, which is the carrot and the celery, and shiitake mushrooms, red bell pepper, some green onions for garnish, and then some garlic. And then, where's my ginger paste? Did I leave it in the bag? Oh, freaking no way, man. I lost a thing of ginger paste. Crikey, mate. All right, so anyway, we'll figure something else out. Poo-poo occurs, right? But hey, at least, Greg, I'm on time. Hey, I guess we could live without the ginger paste. I guess there's probably enough in that one. So we got Greg in the chat, and we got TRP. Tiger's walking to dinner. Bye, Tiger. And then David Bennett. Welcome. All right, I'm going to set that down. Let's take care of this pork real quick. We marinated the pork last night during the Kangaroo Live. I hope you all enjoyed watching that one. That was fun. Okay, so you want to make sure that you put a lot of aluminum foil in your pan because this is a sticky mess. And the last thing you want is to have to scrape off a sticky mess off the bottom of your pan. So make it easy on yourself and overlay it. I mean, if you have to like load it full of foil, do so, because I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit on the lazy side when I'm at home. I don't want to have to, spend what few hours I have remaining of my vacation scrubbing out a pan. So I'm just going to go the other direction now because I'm too lazy to scrub out a pan, and Timmy would probably be cussing me out. Oh, she left me the damn pan. I want a divorce. All right. One more. This should minimize the mess. at least somewhat. So these country style pork ribs or spare ribs have been marinating overnight, almost a full 24 hours. 24 hours is good. If you go beyond that, then sometimes what will happen is your meat will start to break down, and then you get this weird texture. All right, so now we got that. We're going to want a rack to raise it up. You can do this on your grill, which is actually better because Char Siu is supposed to have some light crispy critter to it. So, all right, let's make a mess. I don't need that bowl. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, man, my allergies are just horrible today. Dump this out. Oh my God, it smells so good. I wish you could smell it. All right, so there we have that. It's gonna be a nice glaze. Now we're not gonna want to throw this bowl out just yet. Although you are gonna want to throw the bowl out eventually, or the contents of the bowl, I should say. Don't crowd them. Leave a little bit of space. Hopefully I don't have to get a second pan. All right. Don't crowd them because they need to get cooked thoroughly all around. And when you don't have enough space in between, then they kind of cook funny. All right. There's that. This really smells delicious. I will have to post the recipe to the glaze. Now, a lot of Chinese restaurants, they'll put like a ton of red food coloring in it. You don't have to. It really serves no practical purpose other than making this stuff, just bright red. So you could do it or you could not do it. It's up to you. I prefer not to. And the reason why I'm using the pork spare ribs is one, it's leftover from my staycation. So I'm trying to use up as much as I possibly can to cut back on the fridge, which is getting unruly. So this brand is Blue Dragon. I've never used these before. It's thin Cantonese egg noodles. So what you're looking for is an Asian egg noodle. If you can't eat gluten, what I would recommend doing is look for the rice noodles and just use those. It's going to be a different texture entirely, but it is perfectly all right. And I know. I don't know where my scissors went. Also too lazy. So these are in little pucks, just like top ramen. We're gonna give these a whirl, see how these work out. What we're gonna need is garlic and soy sauce, which I already have one bottle open. I might just go and just use up the last of that reduced sodium stuff so I can just get it the hell out of here. But at least I remember to get soy sauce. So soy sauce. Now, oyster sauce is in some of the recipes that you find online. It's not a bad sauce, but it's up to you. If you want to just save money, just don't buy it. Some chicken stock, which I think I might already have some chicken stock in my fridge left over. Yeah, it's probably all that I'm gonna need. So, and of course the Thai seasoning paste by Gourmet Garden. I really like this stuff. I'm sorry, what, Timmy?
This camera.
Oh, that
you
camera.
Put the bottles back in the way.
Oh, I put the bottles back in the way. I'm sorry. I need a spanking. That's all there is to it. So we're just going to wait on that. This is going to take approximately 30 minutes or so. But what we're going to start with first is getting this ground meat all nice and sauteed up. So I got the wok out. I wish I didn't get rid of my electric wok. Sesame oil. Oh, and we also need fish sauce. So I should have bought a different brand because I'm not all that fond of this one. But if you do go and buy fish sauce and you have an actual shellfish allergy, you do want to make sure, read the back of the label, because some of them actually have crab or shrimp used in them. This one is made from anchovies. It's a product of Thailand. It's called Mega Chef. Not horribly fond of it. But, out in the middle of nowhere, sometimes you just can't find the good stuff. All right. So, I thought you were going out for sushi, Tiger. Yeah, I've done my own dishes all week. All freaking week. Yay, go Bean. What's wrong with me? Usually Timmy does them. All he's had to do all week is the laundry. Oh. All right, let's get this out of the way. I bring this over here where we're going to use it. What do I have? Got a different Spurtle. My other one is in the dishwasher. So the question is, do y'all want another Cards Against Humanity? Because I'm not going to be able to run one the first Sunday of August, I believe. I think. I have to look at the calendar. It's either August or September because I have to work that whole weekend and have to change my days off around. Would you guys like to see another one on Sunday, this upcoming? Or are you good? Because what I have going on is we got a birthday party on Saturday. Sunday, I'm going to do something quick and easy. It's mega nachos. And the following day, which is Monday, I think I've got, what do I have on there? It's a strawberry. One of the days, I don't remember offhand. We're doing a strawberry shortcake, but with deep fried Twinkies, and it's going to be like an ice cream sundae, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be messy, gooey, sticky, yada yada yada, and then porcupine balls is another day, and then of course the chicken bacon ranch thing that I said just a little bit earlier. So that's what's coming up on my staycation version 2.0. 3.0, I think, is in middle of August, and then another one in September. And it's going to be like that because we really have nowhere to go. So. I know I need to decide for me, Tiger, but I like to hear everybody's input.
Yeah, but considering we've got limited viewership tonight, we should put it up as a poll on Discord.
I did.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, anyhow, so we also have two other games. What Do You Meme and New Phone Who Dis. But everybody seems to be having fun with the Cards Against Humanity, so we'll just stick with that for right now. Maybe switch around the game a little bit. Okay, so we got some heat on this. We're going to give it some sesame oil. I'm going to get my Spurtle. And this is, like I said, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of beef and pork. Now, you wouldn't normally find beef in the Philippines because don't really have a lot of cattle farms. Back last time I had been to the Philippines, um, there weren't any cattle farms. There's cattle farming that's been happening, but you know, we have um, limited resources. It's still considered a developing country, but um, beef might not be readily available. So my dad used to use ground pork in his. And some, yeah, it depends on the region too, because it's like some regions are like, oh no, you don't use any kind of ground meat. You gotta use this or use that, shrimp and chicken or shrimp and pork or longanisa, that sort of thing. But you know, you can also make this vegetarian or pescatarian, I should say, because of the fish sauce. But if you are looking for a vegetarian, if you're one of those vegetarians that doesn't eat fish, then what you can do is just not put the fish sauce in it. Plain and simple. Just make it however way you want. You want to put more vegetables in it, you can definitely do that. You want to put broccoli in there? Sure, go ahead. Some of the recipes that I'd seen online, I'm not following any of those recipes. I just wanted to see what everybody else was putting in theirs. The videos that I'd seen, and um, seen stuff like broccoli, and I think one even went as far as tomato. And yet again, here we go with the tomato and volcanic soil. That that just doesn't really happen. Um, so don't want to get that going. Now we always want to start with the softer stuff first. When it comes to the meat, we want to do the meat, take care of the meat. Now we want to cut our vegetables very thin. Uh-oh. Dog is barking.
They're early.
Huh?
They're early.
They're early? Yeah. Viper is going to go on the food boat and make etouffee. Oh, when's that going to happen? Or are you joking? Are we joking? Please tell me you're not joking. I want to see that. Make sure if he's going to do that, do it on my day off so I can actually watch. It's like the chefs are all showing up on days when I'm working. I only got to catch a little bit of this and a little bit of that of Andy's. So I was stuck doing work. We'll take a break. All right, there we go. Now for the hard stuff. I just want to make sure that this is going to be just, cooked to al dente. We don't want it too firm, but we also don't want it just totally cooked. And you want to make sure also that your meat is also, pretty fine. Just go in there and just work on it and work. We're going to add the garlic in just a little bit. I just want to get, a little bit of cook on those mushrooms and a little bit of heat on those vegetables. Woks on electric stoves, not a fan. Wish I didn't get rid of my electric wok. That thing was a beast, but it was taking up too much real estate. And I found this. I thought, I can replace that with that, and it can live down in my pot and pan cubby. But I'm like kicking myself in the ass for that. I think I also got rid of my rotisserie. Just trying to cut back on all the things that I've got in the kitchen that I don't ever use anymore because I'm never home. So, so hello there, mean girl. As I was saying, we're dedicating that chicken nugget noodle casserole to you, babe. We all know that you have this unhealthy addiction to chicken nuggies. But this here is it's just basically the meat and mushrooms and carrots and celery for right now. We've got some other stuff that we want to add to it. Toward the end, we're going to drop that cabbage in there so that doesn't get all too wilty. Oh, turn the camera back over to the stove a second. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the puppy and the kitty are over here getting all frisky with one another. He's huge. I don't know. Couldn't see him? Guess we couldn't see him.
Can see part of Leroy.
Leroy, come here. Come here, bud. Hey, come here. There we go. There's Mr. Fat Cat. Hi, Mr. Fat Cat. And here's a puppy. So, now she's standing on top of him. Now she's standing on top. All right. Come here. Kitty, kitty. They're best friends. But then again, he's best friends with Dory, too. Dory, he was a kitten. When we got him, he was a kitten, and he kind of got left on our doorstep. There was a situation at one of my former jobs where my former sous chef was dating the bartender, and the bartender tried to have him killed at work. So turned into this really weird thing. So I took him into my house and moved him upstairs to the upstairs bedroom, and he had a kitten with him, and that was Leroy. His name was Blue back then, and that was just crazy times. But he started dating the new bartending manager, and then COVID happened, and he shacked up over there for the long haul for the whole COVID thing, but did not come back for the cat. But at that point, Dory, who was just a little bit older than what Cindy Lou Who is right now, fell in love with the kitten. And so I asked, so since you're not here anymore, but your stuff is still kind of here, can we keep the kitten? So that's how we ended up with Leroy Jenkins. All right, you need to go find another place to lie down. All right, grab our other stuff that's going to be next on the agenda. That's going to be our onions. Garlic is going to be close to last, and so on. So, that. Oh, and I forgot to get our paste. I can't believe I lost my paste. I wonder if it fell out of my cart. Anyway. Or fell out of the bag. It's possible. Maybe it's on the porch. Anyway.
I'll go look. Ouch.
Tour of Civi's closet. I got some cute stuff. What are you talking about? Most of my stuff is uniforms and pajamas and t-shirts. I don't have any nice clothes to go out in. I've been trying to slowly add a little bit here, a little bit there. All right, now we're going to put the onion in. There's also some other naughty things in the closet, but we won't go there. That's where I keep my victims. Just kidding. I wonder. So one of the nice things about this dish is if you've got some random things in your freezer that you want to get rid of as far as like frozen vegetables, like you got like a partial bag of peas or a partial bag of frozen green beans or something
Not
like
on
that.
the
No, not there. Okay,
Maybe in the car, but not on the porch.
maybe in the car. I'll have to go look in the car later. All right, we got some good saute action going. It really does smell good. So now we're gonna add this. Yeah, we'll wait on that. And if push comes to shove, and you can't find the noodles that you would normally use for this, you can, in fact, use top ramen noodles. Just don't use a seasoning packet. That stuff's gross. Unless, of course, you really like that stuff. Um, I'm not going to fault you for it if you do it that way. I've done that in a pinch. I remember there was a time when I was a single parent with kids and had to pinch pennies. All right, whole cloves of garlic, because whole cloves of garlic, man. Yeah, gotta have that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff. Put that in the sink. We might actually have far less dishes than anticipated. Oops. What the hell's that? Something fell out of the recycle bin. So. All right. You're going to want that in a moment or two. So. Hi, Salty. Hi, Mary. Hi, Ash. Welcome. We're just sauteing up a blend of beef and ground pork with some carrots, celery, onion, garlic, shiitake mushrooms, in sesame oil, in a wok. Oh, and red bell pepper as well. Try to add as much color as humanly possible. You can even throw some corn in there if you have corn. So definitely check out what you've got in your freezer, because everybody has that partial bag of frozen vegetables floating around in there, and it's just not enough to do something with it because you only needed so much for something. And you just don't want it to go bad. Good way to get the kids to eat stuff, because who doesn't love noodles with vegetables, right? I don't know. I wasn't a picky kid, so. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start hitting this with some soy sauce. I'm going to use this reduced sodium stuff so I can get rid of the rest of it. So this is about a half cup. Finally get rid of that. I don't even know why I even have that. I think the store was out. I think that's what it was. Put just a little splash of the regular one. Just seems weird that I would buy reduced sodium. All right. Splash of fish sauce. So this is optional. If you don't like fish sauce, it's okay. You don't have to. So now we got that all tossied. Now I did not go out and buy some MSG. I forgot. All right. Now we got these little pucks of Cantonese noodles. I'm just gonna let them rest and relax and get happy. Pour a little bit of this chicken stock over the top. We don't want to do too much. Maybe about a cup. So we're gonna just let those steam and get happy. That's about a pound. I don't know about you, but I could really murder a plate of noodles. All right. Hi, Jeff. Welcome aboard. Oh, walked outside and the heat and humidity smacked me in the face. Yes, it's like how it is here. It's like horrible. It's a chain sounding name, but it's family owned and they buy fresh every morning 2 blocks away. What's the place called? I'm guessing this is the uh, sushi place that you're walking over to. Why are you here if you're out doing that? Okay, so we're gonna check our pork real quick. We got some smoke action going, and it's looking pretty good. It's starting to really. So I'm gonna pop it up onto the stove real quick. Oh God, honey, you remember a long time ago I made this out on the barbecue, and I took a picture of it. It looked like a horse dick. I don't know why I always end up with one that looks like a dick. That one kind of looks like a dick. Every single time. All right, so these just need to be turned. What's wrong with I hate these tongs. I gotta go down to the restaurant supply and get a new ones. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna torch them to get that charred action going, because hornet's nest in the barbecue. I don't want to deal with it. I'm allergic to hornets. Stepped in a hornet's nest when I was a kid and had to maneuver through the Chicago O'Hare Airport when I was a kid, and that was no fun. If you've ever been to Chicago, that airport is just absolutely freaking menacing. Easy to get lost in, and it always seems like you're connecting flights or like on the opposite end. All right, so now we got this puck starting to soften. So I'm just going to start dropping these in, and they'll all start to soften. Actually, you know what? These noodles don't look half bad. We'll see. We'll soon see, I guess. So we're basically almost kind of sort of like treating it as if it were top ramen. So that's why I said, if push comes to shove, you can always get a bunch of packets of top ramen. I think everybody's got at least a couple packets of top ramen in their cupboards. I know I do. At least I think I do. I used to, anyway. Let's see here. Let me take a look here. Oh, Girl Scout cookies. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, top ramen. Everybody's got at least a couple packets. So, top ramen. Those are for those nights when I've had a long night at work and just I want something, but I don't really want something. Or I want something, but I don't want it to be yogurt, expired milk, and cereal, and gummy bears. Just to live off of gummy bears. All right, so now just gonna tossy that. Let's see here. Yeah, I definitely need to get more tongs. And what this does is the noodles will help to absorb that liquid that we put in there, and it's going to be like a major flavor bomb. This is going to be a good major flavor bomb. There's bad flavor bombs, and then there's good flavor bombs. Now, if you start to get low on liquid, you can just gradually add just a little bit more. But I usually start with about a cup. The thing I like about the other brand that I used to buy, but can't find at the other store that I start shopping at instead, is that they're rectangles, and it's just one big puck. Hello, Dory. Are you looking for bites? Or I'm sorry, that's Cindy. God, I'm terrible dog mom. Can't even get my dog's names right. All right, there we go. So we're just gonna give it a little splash more. Just a little splash. Actually, you know what? I don't think I will have to open up that other one. The other reason why I like to use those country style pork spare ribs is because of the fat content. I'm not really all that fond of extremely lean meats. I like to have that fat on there.
You got a question?
What's the difference in ramen noodles and top ramen? Ramen noodles, if you're looking at the ones that are at a real ramen bar, they're usually they use several different types of noodles. They're usually a special pulled noodle. Most of the high quality ramen bars will actually have them fresh. And the top ramen, they're just dried, and they might have a little bit more of a wheat flour content to them as opposed to buckwheat, which is often used in different types of noodles, Asian noodles like udon and so on and so forth. So the only difference is that they're compressed into these bricks and basically dried that way. So that's really the only real difference. Fresh ramen noodles are freaking delightful though. All right, so we got some stickage happening in the bottom of the pan, so we're going to just splash in the rest of that chicken stock. I hope that answered your question. Because buckwheat, even though it has the word wheat in it, it's actually gluten-free. It's not real wheat. Some of them also have a little bit of rice flour in it, a little bit of potato starch added to it. Yeah. But then there's also these ones, which are known as glass noodles or mung bean bread, and they're known as vermicelli. These are typically used in dishes similar to this, but and also they can be also found in fresh Thai spring rolls, and they're vermicelli, and they're primarily mung bean starch and pea starch, cornstarch, and water, and they kind of look like glass noodles, but they're very, very thin. They're actually really good. I probably should use those. You guys probably maybe another time I'll give you guys a demo on those noodles. I really love those. So, all right. So I really like this stuff, and it is Gourmet Garden Thai seasoning paste. It comes in a tube. It's in the refrigerated section of the produce aisle usually. At least around here they are. Am I holding this the right direction? I don't know. Let's see. I can't see from maybe that way. Okay. So like that. This stuff is great because when you're done with what you need, you can just toss it in the freezer. They also have Italian seasoning, so if you're planning to make like spaghetti or something like that, but you don't want to buy all these herbs because you're on a budget, those things are usually about $5. Sometimes you can find them on sale, two for seven, two for five, so on and so forth. And they'll have all the herbs that you need, and it tastes just as good as fresh. Again, no judgment, because it's like it's hard, working and inflation. Okay, there we have that. So at this point, we're going to just see here. Forgot about that. We're going to. Whoops. Should probably start a little bit at a time there. Come on, Civvy. Get ahead of yourself. Okay, cabbage at this point. We're just going to let the heat of those noodles work their magic with this cabbage. You do want them to still have some texture, but you also don't want them so limpy that, it's like you're out in the backyard eating worms. You know what I mean? Okay. Tossy. Let's get the rest of that in there. I like a lot of vegetables in mine. You can put however much or however little you want. But that's basically it. So I am going to try this whole thing with the oyster sauce. I'm going to just put a little splash of it in there. Usually the soy sauce and the fish sauce will have an adequate amount of salt that you won't have to add. I know a lot of people have a thing against MSG. Oh, I can't eat it because it does this to me. Okay. I'm not going to argue about that. If you don't like MSG or you feel that you can't eat it for whatever reason, don't eat it. Mushrooms are naturally occurring. Have it naturally occurring. So there we have that. We are going to just put a smidge. Just a smidge. I want to try it out. Never had it with oyster sauce. I thought that was kind of interesting. I want to know what region of the Philippines they're from to say, oh yeah, oyster sauce. Oh my God, coming out of the bottle. I mean, I do like oyster sauce. It is delicious. That is salty. That brand is salty. I didn't get a chance to make it down to the Asian market. I have one just down the street from work, which is really convenient for me. I could pop over there real quick on my way home, grab what I need. It's also a really nice little Vietnamese restaurant over there. Okay. So we're going to kill the temp on that and let it do its thing. Let it rest. Let those flavors commingle. Yeah. I'm just having problems with my allergies today. Oh. All right. Let's take a look at our pork. We are going to stab it with the thermometer, and the reason being is because sometimes these things kind of want to lie to you a little bit because they do have a lot of fat. So, okay, where is my thermometer? There is my thermometer. Now, this is the Javelin. It's a pretty quick read. So we're at 150, 160, 161, dead center. So let's move that one over there. We're going to flip that back over again. Flip that one back over again. Now, if you wanted, you could give it a little bit more of the sauce. All right, there's something going on with the oven. Why is that like 10 degrees hotter and the other one is 20
Probably
degrees
because it's cast
cooler?
irons in there.
Oh, yeah, that could be it. That could definitely be it. Okay. Question. What is that you just pulled out of the oven? This is the Char Siu pork, where it's trying to be. And it's a Chinese barbecue pork. I don't know if you've ever seen, at Chinese restaurants, they have that really brilliant red chilled pork. They usually serve it as an appetizer, but they also use it in fried rice. This is that, but without the red food coloring. And it's starting to get some nice crispy edge to it. I will have a recipe posted for the Char Siu. This forgot the one for the adobo that I made the other day. So just gonna give this a nice little light brushing, and we're gonna put it right back into the oven. Oh man, just dribbled some on my toes. So that's what that is. And it's actually amazingly easy to make. It's entirely up to you if you want to use a red food color. I don't bother. I like it when I don't see that red food coloring. All right, so we're going to just pop over here. Let's sit down and have chit chat with y'all. Question and answers. Q&A. Come on over to my table. Have a seat. And I'm going to... It's happy hour. So today is my last day of staycation version 1.0. I go back to work tomorrow, and I'm working Thursday and Friday, and then off again for another 5 days. And so you guys have me for 5 whole days yet again, with a little 2-day break. So please feel free to drop me an email if there's something that you would like to see. Cooked a lot of different things. Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Would that go well with shrimp instead of pork? Yes. Shrimp is definitely one of those things that you can definitely put in this. The way that my dad used to make it is he would make it with chicken and shrimp, or chicken, or just chicken, or just pork, or chicken, or shrimp and pork. At one point, he used to put crab in it, but he stopped doing that after I found out that I'm allergic and almost died. So, but yes, shrimp is definitely something you can use in it. You can also do scallops if you want. Just cook them separate and then add them. Put a little bit of that. Make the sauce for the pancit aside in a pot, and then just kind of cook off the scallops, and then just kind of give them a light brushing of that, and then toss it in at the end, or just layer them on the top. Just plop them all on top. I just don't have any shrimp. I'm out of shrimp. We cooked up all the shrimp for the deep fried shrimp. So salute. Woo! Shots, yes. So, yes, there's a lot of people that don't eat pork for whatever reason, for religious reasons or for...
But those weren't rice cakes that you put in there.
Those, what do you mean rice cakes?
TRP.
No, they're... Here. Let me get those. Okay, so... I'm like a bull in a china shop when it comes to opening up packages, so I'm sorry that this is all torn to shit. TRP, but which camera are we going on?
3.
This one? So thin Cantonese egg noodles, and it's by Blue Dragon. Or if you're really on a big budget and it's just you, you can use this too. Or instead, I should say. I'm not gonna judge anybody for using top ramen because I personally have top ramen in mind. It's okay to have top ramen. They're freaking delicious. I get it. I totally get it. So yes. So let me type this out for TRP real quick. My dad would take away my Filipino card if he caught me saying this, but it's okay, you know. Let me type that out. TRP. TRP. All right. So, fettuccine Alfredo. Fettuccine Alfredo. Didn't we do fettuccine? No, we did. What did we do the
We've
last
done
week?
spaghetti with clams, but we haven't done
Oh no, it
chick
was
fil-A.
the ravioli with the it was ravioli with Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more along the line of an actual marsala than it was. It tasted more like a marsala than it did a fettuccine Alfredo. But we used some raviolis that were cheese, spinach, and artichoke. And they were delicious. I love Costco. I love making my own ravioli. I just hate the time that it takes to make it. And it's okay to go out and buy those things, especially with today's grocery costs, which really kind of bites. Hello, Winnie. Crotchety old man is just kind of meandering through the kitchen, looking at Timmy longingly, like, I'm starving to death. Can you give me a licky stick, please? Daddy, can I have a licky stick? Daddy, come on. I'm going to rub up all over you. If I jump up there, will you give me a licky stick? Look, asshole, give me a frickin' licky stick. No. Well, that's the thing. You don't have to use. Let me type this out. You don't have. Don't. Don't. Oh my god, I can't type. Don't have to use the packet. Just the noodles. I hate autocorrect. All right. Sorry, I don't know ASL. I wish I did. I'd be signing while I'm cooking. So. You know, I've never really been all that fond of angel hair because the texture is just weird because they're so thin that when I put it in my mouth, it just seems like I just got all these threads in my mouth. It's kind of like eating these things. I do love these though. These are great as a Asian noodle salad. It's what's really nice with these. Maybe I'll do that one. Do some bulgogi and make it into a noodle salad with a nice kimchi vinaigrette. I was chatting to my friend who operates Stone Soup Collaboration, and it's a nonprofit organization with a for-profit business where he makes his own kimchis, and a portion of the profits goes toward the nonprofit organization that feeds um, the homeless in the and in areas where there's food insecurity, food deserts. Um, so I got a shout out to Nils, a very dear friend of mine. Um, so he makes this stuff called Nils's Magic Kimchi, and that would be really nice to go with these noodles as a bulgogi noodle salad instead of like a Thai noodle salad. Vietnamese also make a noodle salad as well. So, and these actually work really well chilled, but there's a special trick to keeping them from sticking together. Um, so let's see here. Do we have any other questions? It's perfect time to ask questions. How do you become monetized? Good question. I have yet to be monetized. There are some certain criteria that you have to achieve before monetization, and I've not reached that yet. I'm still considered a new channel, and not a lot of people like to watch me. They think I'm too boring or something. But I've gotten a little bit of hate mail in the past and fairly recently. So I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It's okay. It's okay if you don't like if you think I'm freaking goofy, then it's okay. You don't have to watch. Don't have to watch. Not gonna hurt my feelings. But for those that are here, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Um, so it's like, yeah, like Tiger says, 500 subs, 3,000 watch hours, and you have to have a minimum of, I don't remember the amount of videos that you have to have, but that's like the easiest thing in the world to do. And um, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are really successful that do these really cool um, master classes on how to become a successful YouTuber. One of them that I've been watching is Think Media. They're pretty cool. I have to watch them in little pieces because there's just a lot of information, and I don't always have an opportunity to sit down and watch, a 1 hour or 2 hour video. So I'm really surprised that some people can actually sit through mine. But it's okay. Thank you, Mary. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet of you to say. But like I said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. This is not a polished channel, obviously, because I'm in the middle of a 124-year-old kitchen. The cabinets were not originally this color. I don't know what color they were originally. They were probably just solid wood. But these are the original cabinets that were in this house way back when. But here, right here, this here is actually right above my microwave, which you can't see because the camera does not pan up. But anyway, there's this shadow box up here above the microwave, and this used to be the door to the living room because right here in this area where I keep all my cookbooks and my 2 awards that I've got, one is for 2022 Dining Excellence Award, Chef of the Year. The other one is Chef of the Quarter for also the same year, which is funny because I wasn't with the company for a full quarter, nor was I there for a full year, but I got those 2 awards. So yes, I am a real chef. I don't know. Anyway, so this here there's a plate up here, which you probably can't see. And there's a tin plate stuck up on this brick. That is the original flue to what used to be the trash burner and the only source of heat for this house. And then there to back that way, which I can't really show you right now because Timmy's sitting on the thing and it's kind of a mess because that's where we feed the cats. It's a wraparound double-sided fireplace into the living room. So this used to be a door. Right behind this camera that I'm pointing at right now is the window that's boarded up. So that side of the house is all, fairly new because That's the media room.
That
The
whole back
master,
of the house.
yeah, the
isn't
whole
it?
back of the house is the media room, the master bedroom, and the master bathroom. So this house is 124 years old. I would love one day to transform this kitchen into my dream kitchen. But for right now, I don't have a lot of money to do that. And so it just is what it is. At least I got a new uh, French door, fridge, and a new dishwasher that sings me a song when my dishes are done. And I got stacking washer dryer and a freezer over in the laundry room. At least I have those, so I can't really complain too much, other than because for about a year before we started this channel, we were chatting on the food boat, and I think it was during Derek's first summer marathon, and people were wondering why don't you run a YouTube channel? I'm like, well, to be honest, I've got a 124-year-old kitchen. Who's going to want to look at this ghetto ass kitchen um, that's seen better days? Along with, I've got really poor lighting because half of my lights aren't really working. So I've got a ring light over here. I got uh, a a box light over here, and there's another box light which the tripod broke, but it's dangling from the ceiling over the top of this other camera. And so now I've got electrical issues. So it's like, you know, heaven forbid that I should try to change out the ballast to LED lights, because who knows, I might end up burning the house down, for God's sakes. So, in my 124-year-old house, this is my dream house. Of course, I said that about the last house that I had, but this one year, our backyard is all along a huge salmon-bearing stream that runs literally through our backyard. We moved in November of, I want to say, 2006? 2008. 2008. January, that following January, we had the 100-year flood, which took out a majority of the stream bank, almost took our koi pond. We lost several trees, and we almost lost the house. It almost went into the creek. But it's a salmon-bearing stream, and sometimes you can actually see some beautiful trouts just, in that stream. I've got a beautiful, beautiful little corner property that meandering stream runs around. It's just cool, and it's this little historic town of 560 people. There's a few new homes out here, but no McMansions could be built out here because we're surrounded by historic coal mines that are shut down, of course. But it's a beautiful area. It's a beautiful place to raise children, and I'm hoping to be able to take y'all on a journey through this little town. I did try to do that through the
end of the month is Wilkerson Days.
Oh yeah, the end of the month is Wilkerson Days, and I happen to have the whole weekend off, and so I don't know how well I'd be able to take video with my phone, but
it would work.
We have hand car races, which is those flatbed rail cars that you pump. You got usually a team of multiple people on each end, and they're pumping with their hands. And so they run these races, but a few years back, a woman was decapitated during that. And then there's also, of course, the lawnmower races. So we will definitely do some video footage of that, but it's going to be a premiere. There's no way in hell that we can do a live. At least I don't think. So we could try, but I think it's better to just do a premiere on that so you all can see. Probably have to, I don't know, That'd be worth getting a wheelchair for a weekend,
Yeah.
just so you could go. Unless your doctor wants to prescribe you a wheelchair, which would be even better. All right, so which would be even more better. Mo better, man. So this, I just took a little nibble. Oh my god, it's just I'm actually getting a little teary eyed because my dad's 116th birthday was just a few days ago, and he came to the United States by way of World War II. He fought in the army. That's how he got his citizenship. He was taken prisoner and held in a POW camp in Romania. All right, so, and that's how he got his citizenship. So I am the first child of this family line to actually be born on the mainland, born in the United States. A lot of my family lives in.
Out. Where do you want me to put you?
Huh? Probably on the back on the or back on one of these. Pick the light. Which one?
3.
Which one's 3? The
That
ring.
one.
The ring light. Oh, that. Oh, hi. You're number 3. 3. So, anyhow.
Come on. You want out?
My dad was a chef. He had a cafe in the Pike Place Market,
Come on, baby.
and I grew up around his friends. And it's a great childhood. Despite I had a crappy home life, but my dad was fantastic. He was an amazing dad. And he taught me Filipino cooking. And this is delicious. I think my dad would be proud of me on this one. Man, I didn't expect to cry today. I'm sorry. Wow. Hey, Bo. So my dad was he was 61 when I was born, so he was old. He was old. But that gave me more time with him as a child because he just kind of did his own thing. So I got a new toy because I got tired of. I finally found my cake turntable, but it was a manual cake turntable. And I desperately wanted one of these because it spins in a circle. And so I can take really cool shots with this. And so I'm pretty happy with this. I wish that the turntable was larger, but for what I would need it to do, if I use this platter as opposed to the little rectangle ones that I was using, I do have larger rectangles. That's one of the bad things about being a chef is that you get these really, really horrible obsessions with certain things, whether it be spoons or gadgets or platters and bowls. It's kind of funny. Everybody's different. So my thing is bowls and platters and spoons. I just collect all of them, and gadgets. Anything that's serveware, basically. It's like I've got everything. I don't know which direction. I think that's slower. So yes, I have closets full of single dishes. Come to think of it, some of them are still in milk crates sitting on the front porch. I've got because they used to live in my car, and so whenever I would have to do an event or something, and the boss wouldn't buy me new plateware to plate my dishes, I just go out to my car and just see what I had. This is one of them. I've got this other one that's a rectangle. It's almost like a bowl. It's really kind of gorgeous, but and I go to the thrift stores and I find that's the first place I head is over to the plates and serveware section to see what cool restaurant stuff I can find over there before going off to the restaurant supply store to go and pay full price. Like this one, it's really nice. It's got handles on it and whatnot, and it's oven safe, and it's an actual restaurant quality or food service quality dish, and it's like I paid $5 for it. When I looked on, I think it was Bar Green, Ellingson, which is a restaurant supply store. They had one similar to this. Maybe it was just a little bit smaller. And it was like $178. The even smaller one was $78. So it was like, why spend that kind of money when you could just go pedal fart around on a Monday to the Goodwill or something and go take a look in their serveware section. You'll always find cool ass shit down there. So that's always kind of nice. So always check out thrift stores for serveware. You will always find something really cool. So I'm not sure if I like the way that this is turning. I didn't want it to do that. I want it to go all the way around. I'm still trying to figure this out. I have the instructions. I just don't know where I put them. I think they're out on the porch. I don't want it to turn halfway. I want it to turn all the way around. There we go. Maybe that's it. What the hell is it doing? I don't understand. Let's just let's see. So, yeah, I had to have this, and I'm kind of pissed off at it right now because they just can't just label it. It's like RL, which is right or left. SR, I think, is speed. ASA is, there we go. That's 360. No, it's not 360. That's 190. Let's see. Maybe this is the one, or 360. That looks 360. Oh no, that's 180. Okay, so the next one must be 360. Sorry, guys. I'm amused by new toys. What? No. Tiger, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? It's got a message on my phone. All right, so I'm trying to figure this out. There's a way for it to go a full 360 degrees. I think maybe that. No, that's 180. All right, I can't figure this out. Maybe I'm too stupid. Everyone thinks only guys don't read instructions. Yeah, but I'm not a typical girl. Everybody says that I don't have a stereotypical girl brain. All right, let's just reset it by turning it off and turning it back on again, right? Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? Hey, there we go. 360 degrees. But now it's too fast. It should slow down. I think the platter is just too big, and because it's an oval, it's just not quite. Anyway, so yeah, that's why we're together. Is because I'm not a stereotypical girl. People even say that, are you sure you're not a guy? Well, yeah, because I gave birth to children, and guys can't do that, right? But these days, I guess, it is partly possible. Okay, so this has been resting for a little while. So again, family style because, you know, it's easier to wash one. Is that too much, Timmy? What do you think? Probably too much, even though I'm starving to death. Okay, so you guys seen me cry today. I'm sorry. Oh, it's perfect amount. You know what? I honestly cannot tell the difference between no oyster sauce and oyster sauce. All right, so let's take this one. All right, this one's got some pretty good char to it. Whoa. Okay, they're gonna be sticky. I am gonna torch it a little bit though. You guys like it when I take the torch out. You think it's sexy when I take the torch out. All right, so now we got our Pancit Canton, which means noodles, Cantonese, but Filipino style. Okay, so set that right there. All right, let's not melt the tablet, right? Because there is some sugars in this, it's going to get a little on the crispy side. But we want to give it a little bit more of that char because it can't be char siu without some char, right? Or it'd just be soup. That's funny. Okay, so it's not a bad torch. Okay, so let's flip it over. Yeah, see how this one doesn't quite, it just doesn't say, hey, I'm Char Siu. So we're just gonna hit it with a little bit, and then we're just gonna hit it with a flame. We want some char on that. It's gotta have a little bit of crispy critter. Crispy critter is good. Let's try not to burn the house down. All right, there we go. All right, there. So why is there a knife in this drawer? Oh my god, like seriously? Oh, there's my whole knife been missing. That's okay. This is gonna be dangerous. This is gonna be hot, and I don't want to burn my fingers. After a while, if you've been off work for a few days, what often happens is that you end up losing your asbestos fingers. So on the bias, not with the grain, but across the grain. Oh, I did not like the sound of that. My Wusthof is probably crying. All right. So we got that. This here is a beautiful crispy critter. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely stunning. I love that. Love the look of that. Okay, we're just gonna set that aside. Oh, this one's got some beautiful color on both sides, so I don't know. guess I wasn't showing the other side some love on that one piece. But we are going to give it a little bit more love. A little bit more love is flame on, baby! Flame on. Let's set this bitch on fire. All right. Yeah, there's also molasses in here. Now, butane, butane is not horrible, but, if you're going to get yourself a torch for the kitchen, get one that plugs onto a propane tank. It's much better. Doesn't leave a weird, almost gas flavor to it. There we go. Got some sizzle going on. Hashtag sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle.
You do realize you're burning a nylon board.
I'm not burning a nylon board.
Well, what's
I'm
it made
burning
of?
on a nylon board, but I'm not burning the board. I'm very careful with what I'm doing. I'm a chef. I know what I'm doing. It's okay. We're all good. Smoke detector's not going off. My hair's not on fire. Kitchen's not on fire. We're not having to make a
Not like the creme
homeowner's
brulee episode.
insurance claim. So it's all good, man. Hakuna Matata. So, sometimes he acts like he's Steven Spielberg over there. Shh, don't say it. Don't say anything. You didn't hear me say that. Okay. Oh, shit. I fucked that up. Or screwed that up. All right. We'll just kind of lay it on top. So. All right. Just like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, we don't have polished content here. We don't live perfect lives. We don't show you, this, oh yeah, we're the ideal couple that, cooks everything with absolute perfection that could be seen on, whatever gourmet magazine du jour, it's like shit happens. Doesn't have to be perfect. Not like I'm trying out for some freaking cooking show or something. So there we go. Throw some greens on there. Now, if you want, you can add some sesame seed, which I think I am all out of. But if you have like some stomach issues like Crohn's or diverticulitis or something like that, you don't want to put sesame seeds on there. You can, however, put some cashews or peanuts. So there we have it, folks. Char Siu pork and Pancit Canton.
They want a money shot.
They want a money shot. You got to have a money shot? Okay. Ask and ye shall receive. One sec. Let me move that out of the way before I knock it over. Because I am Wreck-It Ralph after all. All right. And like I said, you can put in the red food coloring if you want. There's really no reason to, because look how pretty that is without all that red food coloring. It's not necessary. So we have it. And so it's spinning right round, baby, right round. All right. Crunchy Mafia. So this concludes Staycation version 1.0. And so I'll be back in a couple days and we'll be doing some more really cool stuff. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions for version 3.0 or version 4.0, please by all means send me an email, munchiemafiaofficial@gmail.com. And we'll see what we can do. And it's Munchie Mafia. It has been a wonderful week. Thank you all for all your support. Love you all. And don't forget, cook with love and eat with passion. Throw a little sprinkle of chaos in there while you're at it. So, good night, everybody.